The revitalization of Shockoe Bottom has been a hot-button issue for years. During the interim period before the vote, many businesses in this area have displayed signs like this in support of the plan. The Birdhouse Market takes place on Idlewood Avenue here in Oregon Hill every Tuesday from 3:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Special offerings include discounts on boxed lunches for people with student and military IDs. The Whitewater Takeout here on 14th Street is an example of a place where stormwater flows into the James River. Many people worry that under city management, standards for stormwater will become worse. While no Richmond students are involved in the investigation, parents and city school officials have concerns, as well as ideas about how to limit a student's social media use. While warm, sunny weather makes the spring fishing season the most popular, dedicated fishermen count the fall run as among the year's best. Beginning July 2014, all local governments will be the authorities of the Virginia Stormwater Management Program. It's designed to give power to local governments when it comes to dealing with stormwater. It's called stormwater, all water that washes off man-made surfaces such as pavement and into natural bodies of water. As of July 1st, 2014, all cities, towns, and counties in the state will be required to review and permit the stormwater management for all construction. Before now, the Virginia Department of Conservation and Recreation handled management of stormwater for the entire state. Director of Public Utilities for the City of Richmond, Janae Prevost-White, says that local governments will be more effective at managing their stormwater. The
state has a hard time keeping up with making sure everyone's in compliance, and a lot of people felt that it would be better managed by each locality.
The Whitewater Takeout here on 14th Street is an example of a place where stormwater flows into the James River. Many people worry that under city management, standards for stormwater will become worse. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency says that pollution sources like stormwater runoff are the nation's largest water quality problem. The water quality chair for the Virginia chapter of the Sierra Club, David Bernard, says private development interests in the city could lessen pollution standards. Bernard worries about a change in the law which gets rid of any requirements for builders of single-family homes to include stormwater filters on the houses they build.
That means that every time a new subdivision is built, we've got that much more land that's been taken away from its natural state or its farming state and turned into a permanent source of pollution. And they're not even requiring that measures be put in place to stop that pollution at the source.
To prepare for the new responsibilities, the city is holding open seminars for contractors to explain how construction projects will be reviewed. Money to fund the city's stormwater management program will come from permitting fees paid to the city by contractors and developers.
Our top story tonight. The Richmond City Council made the headway on the Shockoe Bottom redevelopment plan in its latest meeting. Onofrio Castiglia is live in our Richmond newsroom with details. Good evening, Onofrio.
Good evening, Nick. In a 6-3 vote, the chambers were packed as the Richmond City Council voted to approve the Shockoe Bottom redevelopment plan. The plan has been controversial since its launch. Early last year, Mayor Dwight Jones announced his Shockoe Bottom redevelopment plan.
This will be the best ballpark in minor league baseball.
That ballpark would be built in Shockoe Bottom, along with an African American Heritage Museum and a renovation of the 17th Street Farmers Market, at a cost of roughly $200 million using public and private funds. City Council President and 2nd District Representative Charles Samuels says that while opinions varied, a greater amount of people in his district were opposed.
To be fair, it's more please don't vote for this instead of please vote for this.
Protesters gathered at the press conference last year to voice their opposition.
It was substantially less favorable before more information came out about the proposal. And now it's more favorable than it used to be, but still the majority of my district seems to be opposed.
The revitalization of Shockoe Bottom has been a hot-button issue for years. During the interim period before the vote, many businesses in this area have displayed signs like this in support of the plan. Shockoe Bottom's cigar factory general manager Gary Young says he was in favor of the plan.
It's a growing culture. It's a different culture, and time's going to change. And this is part of the things that's changing, for the city.
The Richmond City Council's split decision of 6-3 means the future of baseball in Shockoe Bottom is still uncertain. The council will have to vote on individual construction projects as the plan progresses. Sexting. It's become a problem nationwide. Young people, many of them minors, snapping revealing photos of themselves and posting them onto social media sites. A Richmond rehab center is among the first in the state to offer advanced technologies to help people who can't walk again. Sheltering Arms has already helped hundreds of patients. Insight's Joshua Jackson is in the newsroom with more. Good evening, Joshua. Many viewers get their TV fix online nowadays. VCU's new media class is trying to get some of those viewers with the new web series called Imaginerapy. Insight's Teresa Galasso is in the studio with some of the students involved in the show. What's become known as Shaka Watch kicked into full swing once the Rams exited the NCAA tournament. It's that time of year when rumors swirl that Smart will leave VCU for a bigger program. Tops on the rumor list this year were Marquette University and Wake Forest. So far, Smart has made it clear that he's not going anywhere. In an interview with VCU Insight last fall, Smart said his only focus is coaching the Rams. Runners were off for a soggy 15th annual UCROPS Monument Avenue 10K this year. The race started at Broad and Harrison Streets and was host to over 36,000 people, with waves of runners taking off to the cheers and applause of friends, family, and peers. The course runs through the historic Monument Avenue and finishes at Monroe Park. The post-race event was held at the park, which included food stands, water stations, and live music. Registration for next year's race opens in December. Suzanne Kokel, an associate professor of literature at VCU, whose most recent novel, The Kingdom of Little Wounds, won the Prince Silver Medal Award from the American Library Association this year. How has your experience teaching at the school contributed to the writing of this novel? I noticed a lot of feminine themes throughout the book, as you said recently. On your website, it says, and I quote, "Young women's bodies are the battlegrounds in a tale of palace intrigue set during the Scandinavian Renaissance." What is it about the female experience that you were trying